Hey, Booktube Sean here. Welcome to my new Booktube channel, Sean P. Reads. Now, there's probably some of you out there saying, wait a minute, Sean, you're not new, I recognize you. And you're right. I had a Booktube channel called Eclectic Reads that I started in 2016, 2017. That channel became a channel called Eclectic Cove, then it became Lost in Books, Film, and Floss. I went through several crises of name as I added different types of content to it, and ultimately, I ended up going into a years-long reading slump, wasn't making book content, and made the decision to turn that into just a cross-stitch channel. It is a Flosstube channel. It's called Sean P. Stitches now, and that's where it's going to remain. Excuse me, I'm not making any types of changes to that channel again. But I've been coming out of my years-long reading slump, and I've felt that desire to make book content again and talk about books, because I don't have that in my real life. I don't have the people to talk to about books. That's why I started a Booktube channel back in 2016, 2017, was to meet people and talk about books and talk about a shared passion for certain kinds of books. What kinds of books can you expect on this channel now that is coming up? I read fantasy, sci-fi, horror, mystery, some thriller, nonfiction, food writing. I even started delving in a little into romance this year, giving that a shot. It's really just whatever I feel in the mood for. That's what I'll read. That's where one of my crises of name came in. When I was Eclectic Reads, I started becoming known. I was reading a lot of horror at that time, and I didn't feel the Eclectic Reads name fit when I wasn't really reading, to my opinion, eclectically, because I was in this huge horror mood. I was becoming known as a horror booktuber, and that's where my first crisis of name came in. Regardless, I read a lot of different things. So that's why, coming back, I just wanted to start from scratch, start from new, start from 0 subscribers, build up from there again. Has Sean P. Reads, no expectation for super eclectic content, and take all that out of my head, because that's where it was in my head, and just focus on the main subject of reading. Whatever I'm in the mood for, that's what's going to be here. If I'm in a fantasy mood for 6 months, it's going to be fantasy for 6 months. That's how I need to look at things now. So, speaking of content, what type of content can you expect going forward? Sorry, my cat is going crazy right now. If I can get her in the shot. She's right there, going crazy. There's our new dog. We got her in August. The dog's name is Gypsy. The cat's name is Ginger. You will find I'm not a huge fan of editing, so a lot of my mistakes stay in. So that is one thing you can expect with my channel going forward. Let me get that light out of there. Going forward is you get me mistakes at all. If I flub up, I'm probably, especially if I'm 10, 15 minutes into a video, I'm probably going to keep it in, because I won't want to stop and re-record at that point. Other than that, you're going to get a lot of the same, probably, content that I used to do. And that is all over Booktube. Book hauls, TBR, MBRs, piles of possibility, just, a lot of your general Booktube flair is what will be going with at the beginning, at least, because that's what I know, that's what I'm used to. As I start finishing series, I may start doing some series reviews, and I do want to go back to maybe single book reviews. I did occasionally do those. It may be weekly updates. I'm just going to go with the flow and see how this goes at this point. I don't want to put a lot of huge expectations on myself just coming back to this. But you are going to get a lot of your standard Booktube fare, especially at the start. So, I just wanted this to be a quick reintroduction of myself to Booktube. I hope you join me on my revamp of my journey. I think that's what they call it in TV when the show comes back, a revamp or a revival, whatever. I hope you decide to subscribe and join me on this journey. Like this video, comment, say hello, and I will see you all in the next one, which will probably be a book haul coming up, hopefully Wednesday or so. I'm hoping to post this on Monday. So I will see you all then.